So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the sixth session of Mohanji Youth Club. And welcome to today's session, which is Know Your Work Vibe. This is a powerful session brought by Success MPowered in a collaboration with the Mohanji Youth Club. I will just say two sentences about Youth Club for the new members who are here. So basically, Mohanji Youth Club is a global movement of young change makers. Everything that we do is rooted in vision of creating a world led by clarity, courage, and kindness. We are really happy that you're here today with us. And as you all know, last month we were going into crisis management into natural and man-made disasters. But this month we are more focused on the psychological parts, emotional and mental dynamics. So today's session is basically not connected directly to the crisis, but it is really absolutely essential to it. Because how we work, how we relate, and how we show up under pressure, it often begins with understanding ourselves and our colleagues, of course. So each of us has a unique work style, and today our beautiful Aditi Sahai will guide us through this session. So Aditi is a lawyer, and today she turned her work as a brand strategist, and she's a youth mentor. She's very passionate about helping individuals, especially youth, to discover their voice and their purpose. So it will be a really amazing session. I will not take a lot of words. You will all see it. And now I'm giving the words to Arushi, who will lead this session, and she will give the words to Aditi. So Arushi, you can start the session.
Hello, everybody. So happy to see you all here, and welcome to MYC's first collaboration with Success Empowered. We are extremely happy to have Aditi on board with us, and especially about her session, I think it actually mentioned words will fall short, so the experience is what matters, and it is best that we straight away dive into the experience of this wonderful session and learn how to be better teammates and also to identify our own work vibe. So I hope you've done your questionnaire. If you haven't, now is the time. Do it quickly. But let us welcome Aditi and start off. Welcome, Aditi.
Thank you so much for having me here. I am now extremely nervous. So if I make any mistakes, you have Antonia and Arshi to blame, everyone. That's a great way of starting to know about your work vibe. Now you know mine. Okay, I wanted to know if people have actually done their questionnaires.
I think we can take 5 minutes to do it. People would be like me also.
You can just
Who are
raise
doing
your
it
hand.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone who didn't fill it, you can just raise your hand so we know how many people, if we have, maybe everyone fill it. We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Manish. Do it for you.
Yeah. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll just finish it off.
Sure. And rest everyone is done?
I don't think so. They're shy.
Yeah. Okay. Pallavi, we give you 5 minutes as well. See, because if you've not done the questionnaire, the session then is quite invalid. You won't really understand what's happening. And it's very fun if you've done the questionnaire because you know exactly what's happening.
Should we put on a screen sharing the questions so they can also have it and see it? Or
Okay.
I think that would be a good idea.
We can do, yeah. Let me just get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While they're watching, we can maybe guide them. how to do. If they didn't read it, it will be a good idea.
Okay, so I hope I tried to make it as clear as possible, but you're supposed to enter only 3 digits, which is if it applies to you, you write 8. If it partially kind of applies to you, you write 4. If it doesn't apply to you, you put 0, no other digit. And there are no right and wrong answers, of course. Also, once you've done that, please be very mindful of when you are putting all of your points, because the first row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but after that it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 13. So be little bit careful when you're writing your numbers down.
If you need any guidance or anything, just raise your hand. Feel free to do it, because this is really amazing session, and to know ourselves, it's really amazing also. So maybe Arushi can go through questions and read for the people to make it more like, or if you prefer, we can be in silence and do it. Just somebody can comment or say how you prefer. For now, Pallavi and Mohanish, I think they are the one who didn't feel it, so you can write in a chat or say how you want it.
Shall I speak then if someone needs it, or should we stay silent?
So they're probably filling the questions,
I
but
think we
for
can
the
just
others who feel it, we can maybe ask Aditi, how did your life changed after this session, after you know your work style? Something definitely changed in you. What we will get today.
No, yeah, for me see, the thing is, I can't go deeper into it because then I'll end up revealing my working style. But no, I remember being very, I always was a certain way and I knew I had a particular trait, but I didn't know why I was like that. Not that this helped me in, there's no like, say, analysis or psychoanalysis of having to understand why you are the way you are. It's none of that. But the minute I did this and there was like some sort of understanding of my behavior and my basic, trait, it was a relief for me, actually. It was a very big relief for me because also while I was doing that, there were people with me who were of different types. So it didn't feel like I was odd or anything. I started to feel more normal, because if I was a certain way, someone else was a certain way. And it kind of helped me because I think I always saw my trait in a very negative way. But this helped me see the positive and how to utilize the negative in a positive way. So that was very nice.
Thank you for sharing. So for those one who just joined, welcome, Parvati, Kelly. If you didn't fill the form, so basically we are now waiting everyone to fill the form, because then this session will have a sense. So you can just comment or say on microphone, it's even faster. Do you need time? And when you're done, please let us know, so we are
Yes, will do. Will do.
okay, thank you.
What we have to do after filling the questionnaire? What is this analysis of results? We have to
Ah,
put
the number that you have assigned next to question number 1. So if it's 8, 4, or 0, you'll put here.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
we just have to put the numbers right now for now.
just be a little bit mindful of the questionnaire, because the questions, they're not chronological order, they're very random. So just look at the question and then put the point accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I will just speak a little bit because there are a lot of people who fill the form. So basically this month will be very, very interesting. First, we will start with this amazing session. It will be very, very interactive, and we will know ourselves more. So actually all month we will go deeper into psychology of ourselves. So that will help us in any kind of crisis situations. We will also have topics regarding how to lead, how to respond to the crisis or any kind of situations instead of emotionally react. Because basically that is what makes us stable. When we know ourselves better, then nothing can ruin our day, our lives. Okay, some days are good, some days are, better or not so good. But when we are stable, then we know that, we can go through everything. So next session will be also a psychology of crisis with Sanja Stankovic. We will announce it now because at the end, I think we will not have time. And we hope you like all these sessions. You can always feel free to give us some inputs if you want it differently. But basically, all these sessions are really serving us. I can see the changes, like while being part of Mohanji Youth Club, that I cannot count it on my 10 fingers. So many things change, so many new skills happen, new friendships. And really this session that Aditi presented to me a week ago, so I realized my working style also. Laptop unmuted. Maybe that's a sign. Yeah, also to understand the colleagues that you're surrounded with. That's game changer.
I have a question.
Are we? Of course.
I've done the questionnaire. I did it last night, and I've
Okay.
got a few questions. What happens if one of the things changes in the questionnaire, like in the future?
What do you mean?
Say, like, I know one of the questions you ask is, I plan and organize my work precisely.
Mhm.
In the past, if you didn't do that, but in the future you start doing that, does that affect you in any way?
No, but see, it's how you look at it currently. So this is taking into account currently how you are. Because the thing is, once you do this right now, whatever kind of personality or behavior that you might have right now, you can always improve, right? So things can change, but this would be your trait similarly, your trait would be the same throughout.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I know I had a few of these that have changed.
Well, that's good.
And also, if Mohanji can comment, are you?
We are done. We are done.
Where are you with
I
the
think we should
question?
be-
So just that we know where we
I'm
are.
done. I'm done.
I think we can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it okay for all that we start then? Okay, amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So, what the hell? I need this to go. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with MYC. I know it's one of the days where everyone likes to just relax and eagerly and anxiously wait for a Monday. So I am very, very grateful that you're sharing your 1 hour with us. So today we're going to be doing what your working vibe is. Before I begin, I would just like to ask how many of us, when we were younger, or maybe even now, no one's judging, did you ever believe that if you crossed your fingers, that something bad would not happen? Or if you saw two crows on a yellow car, something bad would not happen? Or if you saw 3 of the same particular car in one row, then that day was going to go extremely well. Has that ever happened? Or something even more absurd than what absurd things I'm talking about? Did you ever have any kind of superstition that way that you believed, even though it had zero logic?
Of course.
Okay, great. So, well, so the thing is that we kind of had this illogical sort of thing that was put in us when we were younger, where we felt that at that point in time, we felt that if we believed in this, then some impending occurrence would not take place, right? Now, in the same way, all of us operate in a particular kind of behavior to avoid something bad from happening. Now, that bad thing that we want not to happen is actually a myth, because in this behavior, the one that we're going to find out about for each and every one of us right now, is that the more you keep working on that behavior, thinking if I am this way, then this will not happen, then this will not happen, then this will not happen, and I'll be able to be my best self, actually ends up creating more problems than solutions. Today, and before we dive into all of this, I want to be very frank when I say that there are 5 types of working vibes, working styles that we're going to go into. But I want to be very frank when I say this is a very crude and a very broad way of the different kinds of behaviors that we all fit into. Now, it is not to put you in a box. It is the session is only so that we can give you some kind of understanding about your current working vibe that could be the reason, or could be sort of be playing a role in some of the issues that you might be facing, simply because you haven't fully understood what your working vibe is. You also have, well, you have zero self-awareness about yourself. You have zero self-awareness, obviously, about your teammates. And hence, instead of actually collaborating, you're constantly at loggerheads. Like, it's just not working. So with that, we will begin. Okay, so we're going to ask a little bit. So the session, I wanted to be very interactive because it's not fun for me to keep reading and for you to just listen. So the entire session is like that. So I am going to have to ask you to keep unmuting yourself and answering when I, ask you questions. So everyone over here is, of course, part of MYC, but I'm sure all of us are also part of various different kinds of organizations, maybe something in school, something in college, something at work, something in the building, or something, or some kind of team, But have you ever felt that you and one of your teammates or all of your teammates were just not on the same planet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yes.
I do.
Well, so
Yes.
great. So today what we're going to do actually is how people work. Because like I said earlier, once you understand your working type, and you also understand someone else's, the whole game changes. You stop blaming, you start collaborating, and it's possible that you even might start enjoying the process of working with this person. Okay, so now quick show of hands. We're going to do this poll. Okay, so be true to yourself. No one is judging over here. No one is criticizing over here. No one is putting you in a box. Let's just be true to ourselves. Let's just be honest, and let's just have some fun. Yeah. So quick poll of hands. Who's always throwing in 10 new ideas? Who's someone in the group who relates to this?
Yes, I do. My mind is going like, we can do this and this and this. And then I got overwhelmed.
Okay, fine. Well, there you go.
And then I don't know where to start.
People.
Last minute rush. Okay, great. Awesome. You guys. Okay. Who has to always get it perfect? Mavish. Arushi. Oh my God. Lucia. Very good. Okay. Who always ends up taking care of the team? Okay. And who's the calm, rock solid one? Joe. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now I hope everyone has finished the questionnaire here, so we don't have to wait.
I have it done just at the beginning. I finished it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's done now, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, awesome. So then let's, so now all of y'all have calculated all your type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5? I am going to need you all to answer.
We have to add it.
Yes!
Yeah,
Yes. Good.
yeah, they're done.
Yes.
There is
Okay.
I have 2 types.
No,
Of course, we all have.
we will get into that later. Okay, so now what the way I want to do this is that we're going to introduce all of the 5 types. All of y'all have calculated your type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5. Out of all the 5, whichever is the loudest in terms of like the largest number, that's your predominant type. So that could be type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5. Maybe 2 are the same. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is, as I introduced a type, I want someone who has that particular type as their highest score to unmute themselves and read what's on the screen. I'm not going to read. I want you to read and find out what your type is and what the characteristics are. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. So then type number 1. Who's the hurry up? Antonia, you're going to read?
I think we have a lot of hurry up, so I think Mohanish can read, or Eka, or Mohanish, whoever wants.
Okay, so one of y'all can do, okay, Monish, you can do strengths.
Yeah, so the strengths are can handle several tasks simultaneously. As a
Okay,
team, yeah. As a team player, they are motivated to meet deadlines,
okay, great.
performs best when they are under pressure.
Okay, fine. Eka, you want to read the drawbacks?
Yes. So as drawbacks, they tend to delay things, waiting until the job becomes urgent, then start to work on it. So true. The quality of the work may be poor because they have not left enough time to check over or improve it. Their urge to save time may be inappropriately applied to everything they do. They speak rapidly and tend to have habit of interrupting others. So true. God.
Okay, fine. Then type 2. Can we have type 2s? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the types and then we're going to discuss. Okay. So type 2. Ah, Arushi, my dear, come.
Okay. Be perfect, working style, strengths. Works precisely with a plan and has a vision. Creates good reports and has an eye for detail. As a team player, don't forget to do what is significant. That is quite correct.
Okay. Okay, so you can continue to read drawbacks.
Drawbacks. Confuses clients with excessive information. Yes. All my young siblings will attest to that. If I teach them, after some time you'll have to see like glazed eyes because they're like too much information. Okay. Okay, second, doesn't trust others and hence don't delegate tasks. That is true. Delegation is something that I have to work on, especially if it's something very sensitive. I like to do it myself. Often applies demotivating criticism towards colleagues. Not really, because I don't like if people feel bad. It just ruins the dynamic. So I'm much rather, even if I have to give any kind of feedback or criticism, it's usually packaged in a nice way, so nobody feels bad. Last one. Always applies high standards, even if it's not necessary. Yes, that's like definitely true. No matter what I'm doing, it has to be to a certain degree. Otherwise, I will not do it. So
Okay.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now type 3. Can I have a type 3? Okay, Hetal. Great. Strengths.
Please others. Recognize non-verbal cues. Good team player. Possesses empathy for colleagues. Contributes to a positive atmosphere in the team.
Awesome. And would you like to read the drawbacks as well?
Yeah. One second. I need to lower my hand. I can't see the screen. Okay. The drawbacks: avoids even the smallest business risk. Easy prey for the client. Avoids confrontation even when necessary. Takes even constructive criticism with great difficulty, doesn't stick to their priorities, and find it hard to say no.
Do you agree?
Some, not
Okay.
all.
That's okay. That's okay. Some is fine. Okay, can we have a type 4? Eka.
I have 28 points on type 1 and type 4. So let's see.
Okay, then that's fine. We'll get to that. I'll explain that later. We all have everything, so it's all good. Okay, strengths.
Enthusiasm puts a lot of efforts, consider all options. Managers like them because they really readily accept any new task, enthusiastic about problem solving.
Antonia,
Yeah, my manager do likes me.
Antonia, I see you have a hand raised. Would you like to do drawbacks?
I'm the same like Eka, type 1 and type 4.
Yes, me too.
And we
You
see
do?
how-
You
we
can
are-
read.
Do you want to read or?
No, you read it.
Doesn't finish project completely, of course.
No,
So many
for me,
projects.
no, but some.
Okay, sometimes.
But very
Expects others in the team to finish boring details.
Yes.
I give her, she gives me. Communication with colleagues can be stiff and rigid. It can be.
I don't know what is
Often
it.
interrupts sentences, so the client often cannot recognize what to respond to. I'm sorry, yes. Prone to frequent changes in interests and goals. Yes.
Okay.
Type 1.
Me too.
Okay.
And 4. But it have.
Okay, can we have a type 5? Okay. Satish, you can do strengths. Monish, you can do drawbacks.
Okay, no problem. Always remains calm, handles crises well, and remains logical. Good at working with difficult clients, capable of making tough decisions when necessary, able to give constructive criticism. Yes, that is
Okay.
true.
Very good. Let's say drawbacks.
Drawbacks: expects too much from others, treats every mistake as a weakness, highly self-critical, and don't ever seek help. It used to be, but it's improving.
Good.
Avoid situations where they believe they won't succeed. Yeah, things are in progress. On the drawbacks.
I think that's the case for everyone.
8.
Okay, so now I'd like to ask, now I want this to be an interaction. So I'd like to ask everyone, and anyone is free to answer, if you agree with your top working style. So it could be that there are 2 that are of the same value, or there would be 1 that has the highest score. So that would be your top working style. So I would just like to again say that this is very, very broad, and that these 5 categories that you might fall under, but this is very normal. All of us are very normal. This does not mean that you're being labeled as a person. We are just human beings, so we are extremely layered. So it's not so required. So that's why you see you have points in everything, because you're not a particular thing, you're everything. Having said that, would anyone like to share about if you agree with your top working style? If so, why? If not, why? Sitesh, please.
I will admit I am a type 5 and I do have traits in type 1 and type 4,
Okay.
but very strongly type 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Should
also
I have
agree
said
with
anything
my
else?
No, please, you just have to tell me if you agree. I remember, okay, so if I can share a little bit how so when we've done this session with some place else, we had a Be Perfect who actually said that this was way too real for them. You know, they've actually written an email. I just got kicked out.
Sorry.
Antonia, what the hell, man?
That's a type 1 trait. You should know that.
Yeah, I am also like a big type 1, and then the other 4 are like almost the same. It's type 1 is like big.
Okay, fine. No, so that's fine. See, the thing is, what I'm trying to get over here is if you agree with your type in the sense that, okay, so this Be Perfect who we did this session with.
Mhm.
1 second, I'm so sorry.
Are you also going to send this folder?
The slide deck?
Yeah.
No. Do you want to?
Yeah.
That's why you're here, so you know your style, and come on other sessions with Success
Yeah.
MPowered.
Yeah. The hell? Okay, I have
Definitely.
I'm just going to have to log in. But what I'm saying is basically, so we had a Be Perfect who came and said that this was too real to them because up until the time they had assessed what their type was and then they had read through all of that. They said that they had actually reworked an email 5 times before sending. And they had no idea that they were doing something like that. That's what I meant, like if you agree with your type. If you know it's something you didn't know and it's actually kind of now in front of you and you kind of realize that, okay, damn it, I am like this and I have done this. Arshi, you can unmute and speak, dear.
I'm not as bad as your Be Perfect.
Now, I am not to be perfect.
No, the one who writes emails 5 times. I don't.
No, but like, I mean, it must be something else, right?
Sure, sure. No, I much rather do something once and then I don't feel like looking at it again because I feel as if I've done my all best. Like, so I remember when I was writing my thesis and I had
Uh-huh.
spent so many weeks writing it. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to look at that document again. So I hardly glanced through it. I just like send it up. Ho gaya, le jao. So I'm usually not very keen on cross-checking again and again. So
Oh, okay. Anyone else? Antonia, would you like to share?
You can definitely see through, let's say, this last poster about your session, because I really appreciate it and feel so excited. Both types, were so active. And then, as I'm not reading 5 times, I'm definitely not person for doing emailing things and this, just because I'm hurrying up and so
Yeah.
I made a mistake and I write late Saturday, So I invited everyone, and this was really like maybe it was an invitation, so everyone can. So I was then everyone was replying. So then I was, saying, okay, you will understand if you come on session why this is happening. So yeah.
Okay, fine.
One request. Can you go back to type 1? Because when that was, I was still calculating.
Sure. I can. You want to
Just re-see it again.
Sure.
actually, what happened with Antonia was a really good precursor and kind of like a teaser for your session. So it was spontaneous and but
Yeah.
really nice teaser.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean,
Because
like people could actually experience her working style and then become tempted to come and learn more about it. So Antonia, it's fine, girl. It's all good.
yeah.
It was
Even
a different kind of advertising, which hit the mark.
No, for me, I'm a hurry up as well. I'm a hurry up and I am a type 4, which is, I think, please others. So for me, when I was a hurry up, and so I've always been a hurry up. And so for me, I was sharing this with Antonia, which was every time I've written an exam, I have always made sure that I have to finish it 15 minutes before the time that they've given, which was not necessary. I could have finished it, say, at 2 p.m. when they say the exam ends, but I had to finish it by 1:45. I don't know why. So up until the time that I did this and I found out that I was a hurry up, I really had no explanation for why I was the way I was. So for me, it was very relieving and cathartic to actually read this and be like, okay, that's a behavior type I have. So now that I know what I have to work on. I'm also aware that that's a trait I have in me, so I can work on it. So that way it was very, very helpful. Now, what I want to ask is, okay, so now we agree with our top working style. Another one is, do you always show up like this, or is it just in certain situations? So you know what your top working style is, but do you always show up as that, or is it different, or is it like a particular circumstance and only then you behave like that? Because let's be real, we're not the same version of ourselves everywhere with everyone, right? So I can be a full-on hurry up at work, but with family, I'm a please others. So where is it that your style shows up the loudest?
I think, well, my working style is number one, and I think it's the loudest when I don't have clarity or purpose. You know, when I have clarity, I stay more calm. I know what to do. But when there are deadlines and I have no clarity, I will become stressed, and you know, these things are popping more up.
Okay.
That's what I think. And also with the team, which team you have.
Okay.
If they're working hard and you know you can trust, then you'll become more calm. But if you know the persons are not trustworthy, then yeah.
Yeah. Antonia?
For me, it shows the most also for the work, especially when I'm passionate about something, then there are so many, then these two types are together. And it's really hard for me to stop it. I know that maybe people cannot understand, but it's kind of like this enthusiastic version and hurry up version are for the work that I love are together. So it's like I cannot even explain how. I will just explain for the dance. I really love dance, and I was going every day for 8 trainings, but it's 8 hours of dancing, and different styles, of course, because why one? And nobody could understand it, but only I could understand. Also, like for the youth club and all these things that they're doing, they're like not one poster for Work Your Vibe, but it's like 5 of them or more. So it can be strength, but it can be also like you can see a lot of mistakes. So it's good that we are like in a team, that we understand each other, and it's good that Mohanish is in the crisis management team. Like he's so calm, and it really like he's pushing me for like it's like, okay, calm down.
Anyone else?
I used to be a very strong type 5. So
Well,
it would be, yeah. So my personality would be, I would be very self-critical, and just to, I didn't have that personality to even look at empathy also. So I used to look at weakness at people. So, but that has changed quite a lot in the following years. So now I am a balance of type 1 and type 5. The positive aspects of type 5 and type 1, I have both. That I should agree.
Okay, great. Anyone else? Guys, please, let's talk. Good.
I also am quite in line with type 5,
Okay,
but I'm also kind of in line with type 1 and type 4 as well.
great.
But
That's
for type 5, one of my drawbacks is treat every mistake as a weakness. That's
okay,
mainly for myself. So each time I make a mistake, I try to improve on it.
of course.
So generally, I don't look at others' mistakes, but I try to correct my own.
Oh, and when does your type 5 show up the strongest? Like, is it when you're at work or when you're with friends? Whether
Okay, type 5 shows up strongest, mainly in everyday life. It's usually type 1 and type 4 that pop up at certain situations.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for
But
sharing.
type 5 also comes in quite strongly whenever I'm in a crisis situation.
Ah,
Because
yes,
at that point in time, I can just zone in and focus on what I need to do.
that's good.
Maybe I can share. Like I have type 1 and type 4. So the thing is, I mean, I didn't know like till this session that I have this pattern. Like I always like I'm excited. Yeah, let's do this, let's do this. Then I have like a lot of my plate, and then I have to like be on the deadline, then I have to hurry, and I have no time to check everything, but I want to be on time. And then it's a full mess, and I just realized, okay, like I need to, I guess, balance something or just prioritize stuff or kind of organize, because it's always like turbulence. I get a lot of work, then I like do them like excessively. For example, like 12 hours a day, I will try to do that, then it's all wrong, then I have to go step back, and it's a mess. So either to get the excitement down and don't take a lot of job, or to kind of organize myself to do them on time. I don't know.
Okay. Does anyone else want to share, or should we go to the next question? Okay, we'll go to the next question. So now we know where it shines the brightest. Now your predominant working style. Think about and share, if you can, when your style has saved the day. Like maybe a last minute deck had to be presented in a hurry up, saved the day. Or you were giving a presentation in your school, this is like inter-school competition, and you showed it by chance to a Be Perfect, and you saved yourself some embarrassment before your principal saw something that was completely crap.
For me, the type 5 came in when my computer deleted all my work in architecture or computer generated model. That's when it happened for me. I managed to pull the entire thing out and ready in like one day.
Wow.
So like a week's worth of work, managed to get it done in one day. And I know I
Okay.
wouldn't have been able to do that without being calm. Like that's when the crisis hit for me. So
Wow. That's incredible.
but then again, I'd had a lot of help because that week's worth was pretty much, you've already done it, now you're just redoing it, but still.
So yeah. Thank you. And Sonia?
I think it's not, it's boring. I will not share. If nobody else will share, then I will share.
Oh, share.
Okay, it's not maybe about the day. For the day, it's always like when we are actually when we are doing a lot of projects and there is no poster or announcements or things like that. So I feel like this energy is actually activating people, and actually it saved my job. I will say like that, because before I was working as a stewardess and I had great salary and everything, and then I quit the job and I opened my own company. And this enthusiasm, so I will say not only hurry up, but this, I forgot the name for the style that is very enthusiastic.
Try hard.
These two styles actually saved me to start something that is really not recognizable in Croatia or even in the world, emotional freedom technique. But this enthusiasm, people recognize through my speaking about it and putting posters, so many. And so it started actually. Because if I was not like that, I think, let's say if I was perfect, maybe my job will stay for next 5 years, but I was so like, even without mistakes, because then I was like, it's, on my own, my profile and everything I can do as I wanted. And even there was sometimes mistake, but people were showing up. So that's saved that actually me and give me faith in myself. But of course, there are weaknesses, but these strengths helped me.
Thank you. Yes, Pallavi.
Yes, I could relate to a few points in type 5, mainly the one that handles crisis well, because this mostly comes up when I'm in college and school. So I could relate to type 1 because of the one point that said you actually procrastinate and wait till last minute, and I don't do anything till I reach like that peak minute. So whenever in school or something, I have to submit assignments or something, and I'm in great trouble. And inside that heart keeps beating fast. I can't stop that. But outside, I don't know how I end up managing it cool. So it makes me like feel calm. I don't know how, but it's just like that. So that's helped me a lot. But apart from that, sometimes procrastination also I felt because, waiting till last minute and not doing the work. And I just started doing the work, copying it from my friend's notebook or something. And then they come and announce that the lecturer didn't come today. So, so those type of things have also happened. So I could relate with both a lot.
Good. That's good. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Okay, fine. So now you know which, your style has actually saved the day, but we're also human. So when is it that your style has completely messed it up? I can go first here. Since I'm a hurry up, I had once sent a Success Empowered brochure to a HR head who was forwarding it to her CEO. And the email subject was Success Empowered brochure, bracket one, final. Which, if you know anything a little bit about when you're sending something to a client, say, for example, if it's a client or it's your teacher or it's a professor, anyone, the subject always has to be like perfect. It can't have any of these kinds of mistakes. It worked out in the end that the HR never saw the email, so it never went anywhere. So I got saved, but I had tagged like our team members on it, and they were like, "Did you just send that?" And I was just staring at it, and there is no retrieving on Gmail of a mail. It's not like a WhatsApp that you can go delete. So it was very embarrassing.
Totally
Yeah,
understand.
for me also like the same things, or you put the text in the wrong groups apps, you're just doing it too fast that you're not like seeing like you post it very like, oh shit, I need to post it there, oh no shit, that's also the wrong group. Like you cannot think anymore because you're in a hurry.
Yeah, of course. You can't help it. In my head, I thought I was just finishing my work quickly, because
Yeah.
I get it done quickly. If I get it done quickly, then people will think I'm efficient. If I
Yeah.
take, then it's considered as inefficiency. So why should I take time? I'm going to send them final draft, one.
Yeah. But also like also if you got the task and you need to read it, hurry up person, I'm not giving the answer correctly because I'm not reading it properly. I'm reading too fast. You know what I mean? With exams also, like I'm reading it totally different. I missed what they are asking me.
Yeah.
And then I am answering another question. It's like, do answer this, and then I am answering the question wrongly because I don't read the question good. So that's also a type of hurry up person, I guess.
It's all part of the same personality. I've done that. I till date do, which is with WhatsApp messages when I have read. And if it's a paragraph, then you can believe that the sentence in the middle, the first three I probably have read clearly. The one in the middle, which is probably the most important, I have completely misread, misjudged, made up my mind. In the first three sentences, I'm like, this is not helping me, and I have not read anything further, and it's just done. So it's not a good thing.
No. And same with a big test. If someone is sending me a big test, I cannot read it. It's too much.
Exactly. Yeah. Too much.
Yeah.
Hi, so this is the sad saga of my perfectionism. So I was writing my thesis, and it was COVID times. So this was a couple years ago, and the COVID times we were not in campus, and we didn't have ready access to professors. So it was also our first time writing a comprehensive thesis like that. So because of these be perfect tendencies, I tried to learn everything by myself. which actually took a lot of time. So I had to extend my deadline, and that resulted in a lot of fear from my supervisor and the other, doctoral school or people who are responsible for, your thesis and everything. So, yeah, that sad saga left scars. Okay, thanks.
Oh my God, that must have been very tough.
It kind of led to like huge. I don't know. It made me work a lot on myself after that. I was like, I'm not the same person anymore. So it was a good trigger because it troubled me so much that I wanted to like, no, this can't go further. I've got to change something. So it actually became like a turning point. So in that way, it did something good.
That's good. Anyone else?
Procrastination will always be my biggest weakness.
Listen,
Almost every project I have, it's procrastination.
but that's in all of us. I think that is just this generation in general. We just have it in us. It's in our DNA. You can't do much about it. I really hope Mohanji is not going to watch this. Mohanish, you want to say something?
So because of my this hurry up nature, once we had a top official with whom to get him we had considered for about 2 months, and I didn't read who is the top official that person. I just read the name and I texted him, "Good morning, ma'am." He was a male,
Oh,
so he was a very senior official. So I
no.
texted I just texted it, "Good morning, ma'am, dash, dash, dash." Then I didn't get a reply. Till evening, I checked it. Then I checked what my boss had said the message was. I checked it and it was like, then I realized it's a he. Then I
Okay.
deleted all the messages I just put. Then I got an instant reply from him. That made me realize, okay, he had seen that message but ignored it.
Oh,
Fortunately, yeah. But he was quite not, because officials are sometimes quite with their ego stuff, right? But yeah,
yeah.
fortunately, Mohanji saved me. So yeah.
Amazing story.
Okay, fine. So now that we know where we stand and where our potential teammates stand, let's put this to the test and see if you can now, with this new understanding, tell me what's wrong with these case studies. So I'm going to be sharing a case study, and they're very simple, very easy. But there are particular types that are in the case study. You have to identify which two are the types, and then also tell me which two would have helped in balancing it out. Okay, so we're going to actually see if you've understood everything that we've just gone through right now. Okay, so the taco truck debacle. Two friends finally launched their dream taco truck. The food is amazing, creative, fun, but no one shows up. They've only made one Instagram post and there are no napkins. One of them is already thinking about starting a burger truck next. Which two styles do you think are running the show? Antonia?
Yes, my two styles. Hurry up and enthusiastic. We need a Rushi in this one.
When I saw this, I was also thinking about Antonia. It's like, this is Antonia.
Straight in my mind, the same box. Oh my God, I like this session so much. Thank you for this.
Which two?
And Parvat is also there. So the hurry up, enthusiastic, which I am also. I forgot the name. Hurry what's the
up.
name?
And yeah, very good. So this is, other than smelling the tacos, this also smells like a try hard and a hurry up. They have the energy, they have the speed, but they have completely skipped on detail, planning, structure, zilch, nothing. Try hard obviously loves new ideas but gets bored very easily. And hurry up has rushed the launch without doing the complete customer journey. Okay, so now which two would have actually balanced this one?
Be perfect, and the strong one.
Be strong.
Be strong.
Yeah, perfect. Because a be perfect would have double checked all of the logistics, and a be strong would have said, guys, let's slow down, let's have a plan. We can't just go out and like launch things without napkins. People are not going to come to eat food. So well done, Antonia. 10 points to you. Now, another one, and I'd like someone else to now say.
Could you just go back to the different types so I can just try to remember it? Or could you just post it on WhatsApp so I can open it on the side and just take a quick peek every few
We will not be
seconds?
able to post it in the chat, but Antonia, can you post it in the chat?
What exactly?
Just the type names. So
The
I'll
Yes.
post it. I'll post it. I've noted down. I'll type that. Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. It's done? I think he's doing it.
You can read the case study till that I will type. No worries.
Fine. Now I keep looking at these taco girls and thinking they're such a proper representation of tryhards and hurry-ups, just chilling, dancing in their taco outfit, no care in the world, just left it all to find a be perfect and be strong to come and save them. Okay, so next case study, the overplanned photo shoot. So a small brand does a product shoot. They create a 20-page brief, hire a stylist, book 5 outfit changes, and script the captions for the post. But on the day, it rains, and they are just spending their whole time arguing about which font to use. Which 2 styles do you think are running the show? Anyone other than Antonia will answer.
This would be me
I'm sorry?
arguing with myself, I think. This would be me probably arguing with myself, So I'm a second type.
Which was be perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what would be the second type. I mean the other, yeah. I don't know what would be the other type, but I can.
Okay, we need second one. Mehvish, you can answer.
I don't know. I mean, I can only recognize myself in the second one. So I don't know about the others. They all seem similar to me.
It's fine. So it actually screams a be perfect, like Ju said, and be strong. So there's over planning, there is rigidity, there is a control freak here, and they're stuck in the details. Be perfect obviously wants everything to be flawless, which is why there's a 20-page brief, there are outfit changes, there is, hiring of a stylist, everything in terms of the structure has been done. And the be strong is resisting any sudden change like the rain, which is why the only thing they can argue about is the font. Now, which 2 would have actually balanced this out?
Hurry up with a little bit of flexibility and adaptability would be perfect.
Very good. And what else? A hurry up and?
A try hard.
Very good. Correct. Yes, a hurry up would have adapted and just said, listen, guys, we need to shoot. And a try hard would have actually brought in some fun instead of this rigidity. It's a shoot, right? It's supposed to be fun, and you have to be very flexible with things over here because shoots are, you can plan everything for a shoot, and last minute the sun can decide to play games, and then what do you do? So very well. Good job, guys. Okay, last one. The breakup project. A project team gets along so well. No one fights. Everyone agrees. The vibe is sweet. But 3 weeks in, nothing's delivered. Deadlines are missed, and no one's taking the lead, and no one wants to offend the others. Which 2 styles are there?
Type 2 and type 3.
Which is? Type 2 is please. No, was it please others?
Type 4, try hard.
Very good. Yes.
And please others.
Yes. They're having the time of their lives but have zero direction. Please others is not wanting to push anyone. And a try hard is literally, you can clearly see them jumping from one task to the other. Which two would have actually saved them here?
Let
Type 2,
them
type
be
5.
perfect.
Arshi, you can't put yourself everywhere.
What do I do?
I think a type 5 would have been sufficient
Yes.
for them.
Strong. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
and a
hurry
type
up.
2. Oh,
And a
sorry, a
hurry.
type 1. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
A
A big
brief song would be very good here because they're clearly firefighting. And if you have someone who's calm in the crisis, then it really mellows things out a little bit. And you don't take it too seriously.
Exactly. They would have set up some boundaries, like in terms of it's not just about having a vibe and, no, everyone's liking like each other and all that. There are going to be certain boundaries for things. And a hurry up would have actually said, guys, we're getting late. We need to move. So very well done. 10 points to MYC team. Very well done. So proud and so happy. Okay. So now we know what our type is like, and we've kind of sort of, I'm pretty sure, understood what our teammates or our friends or our, other people that we're roaming around with or working with, their type is also. But before we can say anything about other people, we have to talk about ourselves. So how do we manage individually with our type? So for a try hard, your fire is amazing, but you need to focus. So you need to plan your tasks and only take on what you can finish. So don't go around saying, yes, things are very exciting. Everything seems amazing. Every new project is something you want to dig your hands in, but you can't take on everything simply because you can't finish everything. And the whole point of doing a task is finishing it, not just staying part of it. So to do that, give yourself some structure and follow through things. So if that means writing it down, making a proper structure, okay, if I have 10 things to do, then I'm going to make a proper folder for myself. Everything gets like an hour or 30 minutes, and I just focus my time on that and do what I have to do for the day, then do that. Next is be perfect. We love your standards, but perfection can be paralyzing. Be perfect sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they set kind of unrealistic goals, especially for themselves. So you can, in any situation where you feel that when you have that moment of awareness, please ask yourself that, is this mistake really a big deal? I've once dealt with a be perfect where we could not finish the work simply because the title, like you see the title, Tips to Manage Individually, was instead of being from the top, instead of being 1.25 on space, it was 1.5, and that was bothering them for days. So we could not finish and we could not ever say that our slides were complete because that space above was not 1.25, but it was 1.5. So sometimes you have to ask if this mistake is really such a big deal, and you have to learn to say that good enough is also good. And a lot of times, because Be Perfect is all about perfection, you kind of sometimes don't let people in because you think people will bring in their misperfections and you're already dealing with everything on your own. But imperfections can sometimes actually help you create some fabulous things. So let others in, let them also, get involved in stuff that you're doing. And, maybe you can create something amazing together. Who knows? Third, hurry up. You're a rocket, but even a rocket needs a launch plan. So don't say yes to everything. As hurry ups, also we say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can give it to you tomorrow. Yes, I can give it to you right now. Sometimes you just have to pause, listen, and plan before you leap. Make a checklist for yourself. So every night before you go to bed, whether it is school, whether this is college, whether this is work, whether this is at home, whatever it might be, make a checklist the night before you go to bed of all the things you have to do the next day. So pre-plan then prioritize that. But at the same time, have that scope of flexibility in you where if things change in the day, you can move things around. Please others. You're the soul of the team, but you're not a doormat. For please others, I think they're very, very, very important anywhere. And we're very, very fortunate to have any kind of please others around us, maybe in our family, in our friends, or in the form of a teacher, in office, as a manager, as a colleague, or maybe as an intern or whatever, because these people are highly intuitive. So they sense things even before, it's been said. But at the same time, you have to practice saying no. For please others, one part of us is that we're always kind of looking after people, but the other part is that you're just focused on not giving yourself any importance and just saying yes to the person in front of you because you don't want to say no, you don't want to hurt their feelings or whatever. You're allowed to have space and you're allowed to also maintain your limits and your boundaries. No one really likes a yes ma'am, yes sir all the time. And another thing that please others should do individually is to speak up. A lot of times, please others don't speak up. It could be fear of the people you're around. It could be the fear of your, just in general, individually not feeling confident enough to speak up. It doesn't matter. I remember having this situation with myself where I was around people who had 10 years of experience and I was fairly young. And I just wouldn't speak in the meetings thinking, I'm so young, they have so much more experience. What will I give as value addition that's going to help this situation? I don't know anything. They must definitely know more. But value addition has nothing to do with age, with who you are, where you are today, where you were yesterday, none of that. If you have an idea, if you feel something strongly, please speak up, speak your truth. The first few times will always be tough. The first time you will always feel that your throat is getting dry, your heart is thumping, but it's always the first time. After some time, it'll just flow and you'll actually feel very, very relieved in yourself as a person. Type 5, be strong. You're the anchor, but even anchors need to rest. You don't have to carry everything. Be strong, feel that they do everything because they do, and they carry everything for everyone all the time because they have this persona of that I can do everything. I don't have to ask anyone for anything. And so most of the times they don't ask for help until and unless you initiate and say, hey, do you need some help? I can help you. They won't say that they need it because they feel that might be a vulnerability and they don't want to show that. But a lot of times this expectation of waiting for others to come and ask me, for a be strong personality type, it is such that a lot of times people don't even know if they can access and ask if you need their help. So being vulnerable is not a weakness. That's actually how you build trust with friends, with teammates, with family members, with anyone around you. So that is tips on how you can individually, as your trait, manage this. But we also, other than working ourselves individually, we also are working in teams in our own accord. But here's the bottom line. See, all the 5 working styles that we have are powerful, right? But it's only powerful if you use it with full awareness, because none of them are complete on their own. No one particular person, as we saw in the case studies, is perfect on their own. And also a lot of times, say, for example, in the first example, a hurry up and a try hard were there, and they didn't fit the bill. They needed someone else over there. They needed a be perfect and a be strong. But in the second exercise, there was already a be perfect and a be strong. But that doesn't work. You need a hurry up and you need a try hard. So you need to understand that no one person is perfect and no one person is at a disadvantage. Everyone can complement each other in a way where it just is working perfectly. That is why teams exist, and that is why you are important, and also the person who absolutely annoys you. So what's the one thing that you can do differently next time that you're in a team? So for a try hard, you can say that I'll finish what I started, or at least I will ask for help doing it. You obviously will take on a lot more than you can handle, but we tend to just not finish things and then leave it aside. But if you can ask for help and get it completed, let's do that. Let's finish tasks. Let's focus on finishing tasks instead of getting more tasks. First, be perfect. You have to let go of the 1% and move things forward. This example that I told you about the slide deck where the space on the top was 1.5 and not 1.25, that was probably, that's not even the 1%, but that took so long for that entire thing to be considered as it's complete now. So sometimes you just have to realize if it is essential, and sometimes for a be perfect, because they're so focused on having to make sure things are so perfect that you don't understand that you're actually sometimes blocking things. You're a be perfect, but sometimes things can just get out and there can be some movement instead of correcting and overcorrecting and correcting again and then rework and then redone, and then it's never perfect. So it's okay to let go sometimes. Hurry up. You have to slow down and check if people are with you. So for a hurry up, what they do is that in your head, everything at a super fast rate makes sense. Okay. But when you're working with a team and say, for example, you're showing them something on the screen, in your head, you've already understood because you're wired in a way where your brain works very, very fast. So you can understand, okay, this thing has to go here, that has to go there, this one will do this, that one will, and it makes sense for you. But in a team, not everyone is at that pace all the time. So you have to sometimes slow down and check in with your teammates and say, do you get it? Are you with me? Then type 4, please others. Speak up. This is, I think, very, 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 very important. As for please others, speak up. You need to speak up to create your boundaries. You need to speak up to create your your limits. You need to speak up when you're in a team. You can't just be in a team and just saying yes, okay, agreed. Sometimes you have to speak up. You have to share what's on your mind. Sometimes maybe the thought or the idea that you have is essential, and that is exactly what will save the day. So please, please, please speak up and don't just take what someone is giving to you inside and just being like, okay, that's fine. Is ask for help before you burn out. These strongs, like I said earlier, they don't ask for help, and they completely run out of every energy in themselves before they ask for any help, simply because they feel that because they have this persona, like I shared, which was that they don't ever feel like showing their vulnerability ever. But please ask for help before you burn out, because if you're a part of a team and you actually burn out, you're not even helping that team. And the whole point of telling you tips on how to manage yourself in a team is, in a team, it is not about you. In a team, it is about the team's success. It's about the collective success. So no one particular person can just focus on themselves. You work on yourself individually, but when you're in a team, you also have to understand that it's not about you, it's about the team. Is everyone with me?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
talking a
great.
lot. Okay, so reflection time now. Now you guys will talk. Now, after all of this information that you've gotten, what's the one thing, if at all, anything that you have understood better about yourself after this?
So many things, right? Because I also realized from this that I kind of have tendencies to be strong as well. Because I think when, now this is all personal experience. The first year that we started working on MYC, it was very be perfect type, right? And then what happened, and all be perfect and be strong. Then this burnout happened, and then I could not function. So I had to like completely withdraw and get back to kind of what my own way of operating is. And then it would have been much better
if I had not started doing everything myself and rather asked for a lot more help than I did. So then this burnout thing would have phased out and it would not have happened. So this is actually amazing insight, because not only does it tell us how to be in teams, but it also teaches you how to lead teams. Because when you're forming a new team, that's where this insight is perfect, because you know what kind of people you want. And this is phenomenal. And I'm very happy to say that the leadership team of MYC actually encompasses all of these.
Yes.
So in some way or form, we all have something positive that we are contributing. So that makes me super happy. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That was great. Actually, I wanted to share, which was, even though predominantly you might have had one particular thing that is glaringly on top, but we have, but like when I asked you, when is it that it shows up the most? That's because we have a bit of everything in us. Like for me, I might be a hurry up, say, when it comes to work, but when it comes to cleaning the house, I'm a be perfect. You cannot move a thing from right to left. If it's on the left, it stays on the left. When it comes to my family, I am a please others. When it comes to say for example, okay, Mohanji, I'm a be strong. Or when it comes to what else is there? Try hard. I can be a try hard when I am going out with friends. So there's a bit of everything in all of us. I think the whole point of this entire session has been for you to have that awareness of where you stand. Especially in teams, this works really well. Like you said, Arushi, for like a leadership to find out. When we had done this, a Success Empowered team had done this session. Well, of course, we didn't exchange anything. We knew where we stood, but when we were reading, I'm pretty sure even for you guys, you very easily understand where your teammates lie. You know, even if they're not sharing, you understand where people lie in the types. Then it kind of becomes easier for you to work, because I initially hated a be perfect, simply because everything that I was doing was wrong. There's always a mistake. And for me, I'm just constantly like, man, I can never make you happy. You're just constantly going to keep finding some of the other mistakes. Though when I did this session and I understood that that's part of my behavioral trait, I now understand that for me to work with a be perfect is the best thing, because I will finish up the work, they can check it, and it's perfect. So it moves forward. So it kind of like individually, it helps you a lot as well. Because, for example, if I was doing the session, I know I'm a hurry up. So because I know I'm a hurry up, I also know I will miss out on things. I also know I might not have done a very good job. So I did a dry run before to see where all I might have missed out on things, which helped. So it helps me individually, and in a team, it helps me because I know who I need to work with. Or when I am working with other people in a different team, I know who to pair with whom, like what works where, because I briefly understand their way of working. So I think you very, very nicely shared that. And I'm very happy that MYC has all of this, because it's perfect then. It's the whole, it's a gem. Antonia.
Thank you so much for this session. It's really so powerful and nice to see all these types, especially in MYC. So two things that I realized as a hurry up person and try hard, especially for try hard. I started to put a schedule, timelines and things, and that's how actually this crisis management is working, just because we have schedule for everything. And I can just share that whatever personality or whatever you are, we can change things also, like through Mohanji's teachings. Well, he's saying pre-plan things, and this really, as a hurry up person and try hard, helps a lot. So my life actually changed, and everything in my life looks like success now, because first of all, I'm not speaking bad about myself. Even if I make a mistake, I understand now, especially when this happened with session. I was like, actually, I saw like it positive. Okay, now it happened. I need to pay attention. And third thing, like to see in MYC that we are all like, before also I couldn't be near be perfect. Even when I smell them, I see, okay, I couldn't. But this gives me like, I think I told you, like, in MYC, it's so nice to accept everyone. And while I joined the MYC, Arushi was really leading me a lot. And it helped me. I was just like, it changed my life, really. So Arushi, thank you so much. Because while I started Canva and all these posters at the beginning, I really didn't, I was putting everything everywhere. And I needed someone to lead me there. And I don't know how it happened, but you, even if you're Be Perfect, like a type, I somehow really enjoyed, and I was seeing you like really changer in my life, how to say. So it's nice to see in crisis management team all the personalities. Mohanji who is putting things like calm when needed, and actually all the team and people. So thank you so much. I was so excited that we share with young people these days. If we understand ourselves more, we can live our full potential and do so many projects together. We are a little bit hurried with time. It's not about hurry up person, but because of respecting the time of others.
I know.
So
Okay, so then I'll just finish this very quickly. Now, this is a closing tips for everyone to very visually see what your type is with, say, one thing that we all love over here, which is coffee. It's a very silly but a very visual representation of who we are and what we are like. But having said that, I really hope from today's session what you took back is that you're not too much of anything. You're also not lacking of anything. Your working style that you might have figured out, predominant or 2 or 3 or 5, all 5, whatever it is, it's a style, it's a rhythm, it's a flavor, and so is everyone else's. The whole point of this session wasn't to label you or anyone else for that matter. I'm sure most of us have very quickly figured out what our teammates are like. But it's about bringing a sense of awareness to you so you can lead with this awareness to further collaborate without any friction. And this will then help you create a space where every kind of, say, work vibe or work attribute can actually contribute. See, all of us are powerful, right? In our own accord. But when is real power coming into play? Real power comes into play when your energy meets someone else's in a way that it complements and doesn't compete. So that is when teams are formed. That is when we thrive. That is when cultures get built, and that is when leaders get defined. So the next time you have a conflict with anyone, just pause and ask yourself, are they wrong or are we just different? Because like we see the coffee over here, you don't have to change anything about yourself or change the way you take your coffee. What would be good or helpful is to have the awareness who likes espresso, who likes latte, and who likes to have their coffee when it's completely cold, because that's how teams are formed. And that's it from me. I will now stop sharing my screen so I can see everyone's face finally. And please feel free to share anything that you might have taken back, or you have any feedback to give, anything.
Thank you so much.
This is very okay. Thank you as well. I hope I'm not being too presumptuous, but can I please have a copy of that document? Because I feel going forward in the very near future for me, because I know I am going to be working in teams.
Of course.
Starting in July.
Okay.
Can I please have that document?
Yes, definitely. I will share a PDF of the types so you can see the strengths and the drawbacks, and then you can remember it. But please, I would very much advise, don't divulge very much into like a deep dive of your characteristics and your behavior, because this was very broad. We all have all of the type. It's just to have that awareness that if whatever your type is, to keep it at the back of your mind. That's it. That's good enough. But I will share it, not an issue.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Aditi, for the session, and thanks to everyone who joined and who find themselves in these types. It will be nice that we all work together in a lot of projects and everywhere. And we hope that you will join on other sessions. All this month is about emotional, mental well-being and about the leadership. So it's really like you can see useful for daily life. And next session is with Sanja Stankovic, Psychology of the Crisis. And that's it from us. If you have any suggestions or any ideas, whatever you want or need, just reach to us anytime. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aditi. It was really fun and
Oh,
very useful. Yeah,
I'm so
I really enjoyed the session. Yeah, and it gave me a perspective also about my personality and what we can improve in our teams, how we can lead it much better. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for patiently doing the questionnaire.
Thank you so much, Aditi. I know it will take some time to improve, but I'm sure I can keep all the points in mind and, try to face it in a better way. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The best you can do, really. Well, then I think we can end the meeting. Yeah.
We are ending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And see